Hello everyone, welcome to Stories from Motorsports. I am your co-host Justin Putzer. Today I'm with Doug Kenny, my regular co-host, and today we have Ken Schrader. How are you doing, Ken?
I'm doing good. Just a little cold outside.
Where are you at the moment?
Our shop in St. Louis area.
Oh, Missouri. Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's real cool. Supposed to be single digits this afternoon.
Yeah, that's really cool. What made you get into racing?
My dad did it as a hobby. He ran a general automotive repair shop, and he raced as a hobby. And there was always a car around the shop, and heck, I wanted to, from the time I saw it, I wanted to drive it when I was old enough. So I just always wanted to do it.
Pretty cool. What'd you start out with before you got into NASCAR?
Well, I ran a lot of things before I got into NASCAR, but I started in 1971 in a little 64 Impala. They called it a sportsman division at a place called Lake Hill Speedway in Valley Park, Missouri, which is a suburb of St. Louis.
Great. Fire away, Justin.
So, Kenny, what is your biggest NASCAR memory from your career in NASCAR?
Well, I don't know if we got a biggest. We would have been nice to win a lot more races than we did, but it's over and I can't complain. I don't know if we had a biggest memory. We had a lot of good times. Driving for Mr. Don Levy the first 3 years when I started was pretty special. Being able to win a pole for Mr. Don Levy and to win a qualifying race at Daytona and stuff. Probably winning for Mr. Don Levy was the biggest thing.
Pretty cool. What do you remember about the 1990 Darlington race when
Nothing.
you got into it with Ernie Irvan?
Oh, okay. Ernie was laps down, and he shouldn't have been racing me, and I shouldn't have been racing him. He should have fell back, or I should have just let him go. But we were both we were buddies, and we were bullheaded, and we were racing, and caused a heck of a wreck.
See what you mean. That happens in the sport,
So,
what was winning your first race like?
Well, it was the first year we drove for Mr. Hendrick. I don't know at the time, Talladega. I think it was July. It was July. So it was probably, halfway through the year. And we'd run second, I think, the week before at Pocono. And it was just, it just felt good to finally break through. Winning at Talladega doesn't count much, though. When you need to win at some other places too. We've had so many first-time winners at Talladega that until you win that second one, they don't really they almost don't count that one.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Fire away, Justin.
what have you been doing during COVID times to keep busy, Kenny?
We've been racing and racing and racing. Last year, I was in a car 108 days between our cars, other people's cars that I drove at different places, doing all the SRX testing that we did last year. So we only ran 65 races last year, but we was in a car 108 days.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Well, it's busy.
So,
are you planning on doing the SRS series this year? Can you?
Yeah, there's going to be some announcements real quick about drivers and the race schedule and stuff. But we're definitely planning on being involved with them to some extent.
Awesome. Can't wait to see you racing.
Well, I don't know about racing, but we're going to be doing some testing again.
Definitely. That's really cool. What was winning your last race in 1991 like?
Well, the problem is you didn't know it was your last race. You know, heck, we ran many, many more years. We just never got it done again. But I mean, that was a good race. Dover, I guess. Dover it was. But you sure didn't think it was the last race you were going to win.
Yeah.
What was driving for the Morgenthau's like?
I had a lot of fun driving for Beth Ann and Tony. Beth Ann, from the time she was a little kid, had so much love for the sport. She used to ride her bike down to Hialeah Speedway down Florida and watch the races, and she just ate up with it. You know, just a fan of all types of motorsports.
How about the last team, to my knowledge, you ever drove for, the Wood Brothers?
Well, that wasn't the last team, though. I drove like 3 years for Frankie Stoddard.
Okay.
Yeah, and had a lot of fun with Frankie and his wife Heidi. Heidi was when I drove the M&Ms, the Skull car. Heidi was did all the PR for that, so I knew Frank and Heidi for a long time. Had a lot of fun. You know, you were in a different situation. You weren't in a car that was going to win or run top fives. So it's just a different. It's just you approach everything different. You know, you just you go around the circle as fast with what you have available to you. And you know, we had some days. First day I drove it, we were on 18th in Martinsville, and everybody was pretty pumped up. You know, I just had a lot of fun. We were very fortunate throughout our career that we got to drive for some great owners.
Definitely.
So I have to know, how big a relationship do you have with Mr. Kenny Lawrence?
Kenny's like a brother. I've been around him, you know, forever. We just come back from racing in Arizona together and had a lot of fun out there. He's just, you know, he's wide open all the time, and would never want to change that about him. And he's like a brother.